Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, we're going to recap episode 236. After reaching an agreement, Dear Bug Master finally revealed the crucial secrets behind the Tomb Boat. He explained that the Tomb Boat was not an ordinary supreme treasure but a special tool created by an ancient civilization within the universe boat. That same civilization also left behind countless mysterious relics, such as the Black Cloud Pillar and the Blood Sea Plate. Since it was merely a tool, the Tomb Boat could not be bound through a life imprint like ordinary treasures. According to Dear Bug Master, the Tomb Boat was made from an extraordinary material. While it could not completely block physical attacks like a palace-type supreme treasure, it was naturally immune to all soul attacks because intangible divine power could not penetrate its shell. The only way to control it was to enter the boat and locate its control core. However, every Tomb Boat had a different control core, and even the experts of the Purple Moon Holy Land did not know where it would be. More importantly, no one could force the Tomb Boat open. Everyone had to wait until it fully emerged and opened its hatch on its own. Dear Bug Master even revealed that one Tomb Boat had remained sealed for over 300 eras before a Universe Supreme Master skilled in treasure forging finally used a special technique to force it open. He also reminded Luo Feng of the Tomb Boat's greatest legend. Every time it appeared, it could carry 36 experts into the tomb. However, after completing its mission, it would leave on its own, and no one could control it to return. That meant once someone entered the tomb with a palace treasure, there was almost no chance of escaping with it afterward. As everyone waited, another force arrived, the first reincarnation era's ancestral god sect. Soon after, a powerful member of the skeleton race rushed toward the Tomb Boat and attempted to claim it using a life imprint. The attempt failed completely. The God Eye clan immediately mocked him, while the skeleton race argued that it was worth trying because this Tomb Boat might be different from the previous ones. Since the two races had always been mortal enemies, they quickly began arguing while everyone else simply watched. Half a month later, 6 major factions had gathered around the Tomb Boat. The God Eye clan, the skeleton race, the Purple Moon Holy Land, the ancestral god sect, humanity, and several hidden experts concealed inside palace treasures. No one knew exactly how many experts each faction had brought because many were still hiding. Finally, the Tomb Boat completely rose out of the black swamp. Its massive body floated into the air before beginning to tremble violently. Seeing this, Dear Bug Master immediately informed Luo Feng that the hatch was about to open. Without wasting a second, Luo Feng's blood tower and Dear Bug Master's golden pyramid burst forward at incredible speed toward the Tomb Boat. Seeing them take the lead, every other faction burned divine power and pushed their palace treasures to maximum speed, turning into streaks of light as they raced toward the mysterious vessel. The battle for the right to enter the tomb had officially begun. The moment the hatch opened, Luo Feng, Dear Bug Master, the God Eye clan, the skeleton race, and the ancestral god sect all rushed inside. Realizing that Dear Bug Master knew the Tomb Boat better than anyone else, the other 3 factions immediately joined forces to stop him. Faced with the combined assault, Dear Bug Master transformed into the terrifying Dear Bug Beast, unleashing the power of his supreme treasure to shatter every incoming attack. While the others repeatedly urged Luo Feng to help them stop Dear Bug Master, Luo Feng wisely chose to stay by his side, believing that following him offered the greatest chance of obtaining the treasure. Luo Feng became the first person to enter the Tomb Boat. Inside was an enormous central hall connected to countless passageways leading in every direction. While everyone else hesitated, Dear Bug Master confidently chose a route and led Luo Feng deeper inside. The God Eye clan, skeleton race, and ancestral god sect immediately chased after them while launching continuous attacks. Partway through the passage, Dear Bug Master suddenly activated a hidden pathway and entered it together with Luo Feng. The entrance immediately sealed behind them, forcing the 4 pursuing experts to search for another route. Now alone with Luo Feng, Dear Bug Master admitted that he had only recruited Luo Feng to reduce the number of enemies and divide the attention of the other factions. Even so, he promised he had no intention of betraying him because, to him, the adventure itself was more valuable than the final reward. Relying on his previous experience studying tomb boats, Dear Bug Master soon led Luo Feng to what should have been the control room. He declared that whoever found the control core first would become the new master of the Tomb Boat. Together they pushed open the magnificent door and entered the control chamber. As soon as he stepped inside, Luo Feng spread his divine power throughout the room, hoping to bind every object at once. Dear Bug Master laughed and revealed that the control core could never be claimed through a life imprint, admitting that he had deliberately kept many important secrets hidden. While Dear Bug Master searched carefully, Luo Feng quietly observed his every move. However, after examining the entire chamber, Dear Bug Master's expression suddenly changed. The control core was nowhere to be found. At that moment, the God Eye clan, skeleton race, and ancestral god sect finally caught up. Even after using every method they knew, including a special verification technique from the God Eye clan, they still failed to locate the control core. Suddenly, mysterious energy gathered above the throne in the center of the room, forming the image of a blue-haired man. He introduced himself as Broken East River Wu, the 192nd successor of the Broken East River lineage. He explained that he had died countless eras ago and had transformed the tomb boat into a place where his lineage's inheritance would be passed on. Broken East River declared that the tomb boat was never meant to be fought over as a treasure. Instead, it existed to choose a successor. Anyone who feared death could leave immediately, but anyone who stepped onto the path of inheritance would have no way back. In the end, only the chosen successor would survive and inherit everything. Everyone else would die. His words shocked every expert present. They realized that what lay before them was far more valuable than any supreme treasure in the universe ocean. It was the supreme inheritance of an ancient civilization. Yet obtaining it required risking their very lives. After hearing Broken East River's warning, the entire hall fell silent. Everyone understood that this was both the greatest opportunity imaginable and the most dangerous trial they had ever faced. Luo Feng hesitated as well. Even without this inheritance, he believed he could eventually become a universe master and perhaps even a universe supreme master. But surpassing reincarnation and achieving true eternity was almost impossible. The Broken East River inheritance represented a path toward that ultimate goal. At that moment, the hidden experts inside the palace treasures finally revealed themselves, bringing the total number of participants to 9. Broken East River's projection appeared once more, opening a crimson passage beneath the hall and announcing that anyone wishing to inherit his legacy should enter. He even encouraged them to invite more companions, explaining that the more candidates there were, the greater the chance of finding a worthy successor. After careful consideration, the experts from the God Eye clan, skeleton race, and ancestral god sect all chose to enter the Crimson Passage. They willingly gambled their lives for the greatest inheritance in the universe ocean. Eventually, only Dear Bug Master and Luo Feng remained. Smiling calmly, Dear Bug Master said he had lived long enough and refused to miss the greatest adventure of his life. Without another word, he leapt into the abyss. Left alone, Luo Feng carefully weighed the risks and rewards, thinking about his chance to transcend reincarnation and trusting in the protection of the Star Tower. He decided to bet everything. Without any further hesitation, Luo Feng transformed into a streak of light and plunged into the Crimson Abyss, officially beginning the inheritance trial of Broken East River. And that's the end of episode 236. If you enjoyed today's recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
siêu thoát luân hồi.
Chi chủ, không ngờ lại là
Đó là Chàng Hán Đại. Ta muốn xem ngươi còn dở được trò gì.
cao của vũ trụ Tử Nguyệt Thánh Địa. Lục giai, còn lợi hại.
Dù có chết cũng đáng. Lắm lời thật, chưa đến lượt các ngươi vậy. Ta phải làm gì? Lão già, tiếp chiêu.
Thần tháp, nhưng dường như có ý muốn thương lượng, tạm thời quan sát thì hơn.
Kim quang, hoặc là tiếp nhận truyền thừa.
Tưởng
Hoặc là chết. Ngân hà,
cũng vì động tĩnh kia mà đến. Nếu hai ta cùng đường, vậy thứ hai, nếu bảo vật xuất hiện, ta sẽ không nhường. Nó sắp đến rồi. Đây là cơ duyên trăm vạn kỷ nguyên khó gặp một lần. Lộc trùng chi chủ của Tử Nguyệt Thánh Địa, cần không thể để kẻ khác chiếm mất tiên cơ. Tổ thần giáo lưu Cửu Thận, hắn là vũ trụ chi chủ lục giai, một trong những tồn tại đứng trên đỉnh. Tiến lên hết tốc lực, hơn An Vĩnh chi chủ và Ngũ Hồn chi chủ từng gặp trước đó. Tuy hắn cưỡng ép chặn tinh, không ngờ lại chặn được tinh thần tháp. Không biết Lộc trùng chi chủ có việc gì. Hẳn ngươi chi chủ, không ngờ lại là cao của vũ trụ Tử Nguyệt Thánh Địa. Lục giai, còn lợi hại. Thần tháp, nhưng dường như có ý muốn thương lượng, tạm thời quan sát thì hơn. Tưởng cũng vì động tĩnh kia mà đến. Nếu hai ta cùng đường, vậy Nguyệt Thánh Địa Lộc trùng chi chủ, phía trước có phải là Ngân Hà lĩnh chủ La Phong không? Ý cùng đi thì sao?
cơ hội duy nhất để siêu thoát luân hồi.
Không thể để kẻ khác chiếm mất tiên cơ. Tổ thần giáo lưu Cửu
Đó là Chàng Hán Đại. Ta muốn xem ngươi còn dở được trò gì.
Thận, hắn là vũ trụ chi chủ lục giai, một trong những tồn tại đứng trên đỉnh.
Dù có chết cũng đáng. Lắm lời thật, chưa đến lượt các ngươi vậy.
Tiến lên hết tốc lực,
Kim quang, hoặc là tiếp nhận truyền thừa.
không ngờ lại chặn được tinh thần tháp.
Ta phải làm gì? Lão già, tiếp chiêu.
Hơn An Vĩnh chi chủ và Ngũ Hồn chi chủ từng gặp trước đó. Tuy hắn cưỡng ép chặn tinh,
Hoặc là chết. Ngân hà,
không biết Lộc trùng chi chủ có việc gì. Hẳn ngươi
cơ hội duy nhất để siêu thoát luân hồi.
chi chủ, không ngờ lại là
Đó là Chàng Hán Đại. Ta muốn xem ngươi còn dở được trò gì.
cao của vũ trụ Tử Nguyệt Thánh Địa. Lục giai, còn lợi hại.
Dù có chết cũng đáng. Lắm lời thật, chưa đến lượt các ngươi vậy. Ta phải làm gì? Lão già, tiếp chiêu.
Thần tháp, nhưng dường như có ý muốn thương lượng, tạm thời quan sát thì hơn.
Kim quang, hoặc là tiếp nhận truyền thừa.
Tưởng
Hoặc là chết. Ngân hà,
cũng vì động tĩnh kia mà đến. Nếu hai ta cùng đường,